That's the first time I ever got recognized, 3 years ago. Walking the Walgreens, there was like 5 people. They were like, yo, preacher, what's up, man? How you doing? When you clock in? Because I work there. But listen, not much longer, you know what I mean? It's going great. You know, I went to Walmart one time, I got recognized. It was so cool, man. There was a kid in line, and he recognized me. I was getting cash back. All I needed was cash back. And he was like, oh my gosh, you preacher Lawson? I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, yeah, you're that guy who lost to Darcy. And I'm like, you could have stopped ahead of that. You didn't have to add that last part, but yeah, that's me. You know, he's like, can I get a picture? I was like, for sure you can get a picture, man. Took a picture with him, he was so hyped. He was like, thank you so much, Mr. Sir. And I was like, I don't even need anything. I just need cash back. So I was like, why don't I get him something? So I was like, hey man, you want some like candy or something? And he was like, yeah, because he's like, I'm a kid. Like, of course kids, no kid is actually, actually I'm doing keto right now when I can't do no bread or sugar. Like, they're not gonna do that, right? So I was like, you want some candy? He's like, yeah, I want some candy. Then I asked the mom for permission to buy him candy, because you can't just go up to a kid, hey little buddy, how you doing? You want some candy? Come my body. You know, it's just weird. And I didn't want to hurt nobody. So I was like, hey, Mom, is it okay if I get your son some candy? She gave me an attitude. She's like, is it before 7? I was like, what is he, a gremlin? I don't know what that means. Can he have some candy or not? She was like, he can have some candy. And I was like, all right. But she said some, she meant one. You can have one piece of candy, bro. And he was like, thank you so much. So he takes a Snickers and he puts on the conveyor belt. I turn around because I'm about to pay for it, right? Feeling good about myself. And I'm like, you know, I'm about to hook this kid up with some candy. You know what I mean? I feel like a good person right now. And then I hear a light thud, right? And I was like, what was that? And I turned back around, guess what I see? 2 Snickers on the conveyor belt. And I'm like, you know, hey, little stupid kid, you know, I just told you can have 1 piece of candy, you put 2 on there. He's like, no, I didn't. I was like, who did then, huh? Was it the Snicker monster? It was you, man. Quit playing with me. What is wrong with kids stealing these days, huh? First they take $1 million. Now, they're trying to take a Snickers from me. I said, put it back. He's like, it wasn't me. Then the mom was like, calm down. It wasn't him. It was me. And I was like, my bad. Then pick it up. I'm gonna pick that up real quick. And then she goes, I thought you said you were gonna pay for it. And I was like, I agreed to pay for 1. She's like, that's just 2. I was like, you know what 2 is? Not 1, okay? So that's you right there, you know? Then she like, just do it. I was like, just do nothing. No, I don't owe you any candy, right? And then she tried to seduce me after she was already rude to me, right? She tried to seduce, she was like, hey, well, you know, well, maybe if you buy the candy, maybe I'll give you my number. And I was like, what do you mean by maybe though? You know, she was like, I'll think about it. I was like, if I'm being totally honest, right? You ain't even 2 Snickers fine, okay? Like, she wasn't. She could have got away with black licorice, cough drops, that cinnamon fire candy nobody liked, but she ain't 2 Snickers fine. Like, she... I moved to LA in 2016, and I wasn't like homeless, but I was flirting with it. You know, I was like, what's your name, homeless? You know, and I found a place on Craigslist, Park La Brea, mistake, and I moved in. I had 5 roommates, 6 dudes in a 2-bedroom. 1 dude slept in his own room, another guy in the hallway, another guy in the fridge or something, another guy in the closet, another guy out the closet. That was my roommate. And this dude was an alcoholic, man. We got in a fight one day because he was coming home drunk all the time. He kept waking me up, and then I was fed up. 3 o'clock in the morning, he's drunk, coming in, talking on the phone, and I'm like, hey, man, take that outside. He throws his phone down. He's like, what you gonna do about it, man? Huh? What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. And I said, you don't wanna find out what I'm gonna do. He gets in my face, he's like, do something about it. And I was like 15 pounds bigger than I am now. I was jacked. And Jill went up the hill to get some more protein, baby. And I started choking this dude immediately, and I was squeezing his neck. And I remember him not fighting it. And I was like, that's kind of weird, because I'm squeezing hard. And I remember him not fighting it, and I remember him going, yes, daddy. And I was like, whoa, hey. I was like, you tricked me, man. This is not a reward. I'm angry right now. And so I stopped choking him. I threw him out the house like Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was like, West Philadelphia, born and raised. And I locked the door. He started banging on the door. Let me back in. And I was like, psych, I am not letting you back in. The cops come to my apartment so fast. I was like, are we neighbors? Because I don't remember meeting you when I was looking for sugar. And I remember one of the cops walks over to my roommate, goes, hey, what's going on? And my roommate was like, I was sleeping. He woke me up, threw me outside. And I was like, he lied. Cop comes inside, goes, hey, so your boyfriend's saying that... I said, that's not my boyfriend. He's like, I don't care why y'all broke up. That's not my business. Trying to figure out why you threw him outside. I said, I threw him outside because he's clearly drunk. He came in and attacked me. I lied. Attacked me. So I put him outside. Cop goes, all right, goes back to my roommate and goes, hey, so your ex-boyfriend's saying that you attacked him first. And my roommate was like, what? He was choking me. Then the cop was like, I don't need to know about y'all sex life. Stop telling me your business. And I'm dying laughing. Not out loud, because I don't want to go to jail, so I'm doing the quiet laugh. You know what I mean? You know that quiet laugh where you like, right? You know that laugh where you're like, thank God my best friend ain't next to me to hit me with that one of them laughs, right? And I was doing a great job holding it in. I was like, calm down. And I remember the cop being fed up. He goes, listen, y'all could either make up or both of y'all go to jail. And my roommate was so drunk, he goes, well, I guess we going to jail. And I was like, no, we're not. I can't go to jail. I smile too much. I got a big booty. That's a bad combination. And I remember the cop, he came inside and he goes, he's saying he wants to go to jail. So if he wants to go to jail, I'm gonna arrest both of y'all. All right, you wanna maybe talk to him for a second? And I was like, yeah. Let me talk to him because he's mad right now and I'm not trying to go to jail. So let me talk to him. Babe! What do you mean jail? And I remember the cop closing the door. He goes, listen, y'all are clearly in an abusive relationship. All right? And I was like, I know he said he gonna change, but he never do. I can't do this, okay? Got off the plane. The plane was pretty cool yesterday. It was great. Getting off it. I don't like flying. I don't really like it, especially now. I do not like flying. I got in an argument with the flight attendant. She wouldn't let me use the restroom. I said, I gotta pee. She's like, you can't go because the seatbelt sign is on, which means there's about to be turbulence. I'm like, oh, that actually means I should go now because the plane is gonna shake with a full bladder. I'm peeing in that bathroom or I'm peeing in row 11F. It's up to you, right? And I sat in 18F, but I didn't like the way the dude in 11F was looking at me. I was like, I'll pee on you, bro. Stop looking at me like that. And she was like, you can't go, and they get mad. And I would never hurt a woman on purpose, right? So I just left my foot in the eye, right? Thinking like I was sleeping and let the Lord do his work. And I waited till she came back with that snap crack, right? I was going tripping, man. Anyway, so, and then you got people that jump up as soon as the plane lands, like, oh, let me save 11 seconds so I can go to the same baggage claim. Going to the same place. It's like cutting somebody off in traffic to get to a red light. That's what you do. You just meet them. Oh, snap, I thought I lost you. All right. Okay. And I gotta turn right. I can't even look that way. I used to keep a carton of eggs in my car just in case somebody cut me off. And I don't do it anymore. The reason I stopped doing it is because I had this really bad situation. I was driving, right? Some dude in the minivan cut me off. I almost flipped out, but I was like, you know what? Calm down. You just had a great day. He got a minivan. He already gave up on life anyway, so like, let it slide, right? So I just gave him the horn. He flipped out. He gave me the middle finger, so he called me all kind of names, called me the N-word, right? Yeah, but he was black though, so I was like, whatever. This is like a barbershop right now. So, but I didn't like the way he flipped me off. So I was like, you done messed up, bro. And so I'm gonna really get him. So I started rolling down my window, right? But I had a manual window, so it took me like 45 minutes to get my window down, right? But 3 asthma attacks later, I get it like halfway down. I grab an egg and I throw it at the side of his window. He starts flipping out. I was dying. I was laughing so hard. I was dying, right? And then I see this back window down, right? Because it seemed like a really good idea to really get him, right? I know, it seemed like a great idea at the time. I didn't see the baby. And so, like, I know. It was halfway when I noticed. I was like, oh, snap. Too late to apologize. It's too late. It happened in 2007. Anyway, pow, hit the baby. Realized it was an ugly baby. Then I was like, 2 more eggs. No, 2 more eggs. Got the ugly baby. I can't stand ugly baby. I don't throw no 3 eggs at a baby. I threw 4. No, I mean, I don't mess with eggs anymore. I'm a vegan, right? Thank you for vegans for coming out to take over. No, I'm just playing. Vegan means we don't eat or wear animal products. I decided to be a vegan because I was sitting around one day and I thought to myself, I was like, man, I just got way too many friends. And how do I fix this? And so I decided, and it worked. No one wants to go out to eat anymore. They hate you and stuff. No, I'm a vegan because I like animals. And I don't want anyone here thinking I'm saying that if you eat meat, you're a bad person. I don't want you to think I'm saying that at all, because you already know. So, like, why would I say that again? No, I don't even like animals like that, to be honest with you. I like baby animals. I like any baby animals. Like kittens, oh my gosh, they do something to me. I don't know what it is, man. I love kitties, man. People think I'm joking. You don't like kitties, man. I love kittens. I love kittens so much I'm allergic to them, and I don't care, all right? I could die from petting a kitty. That's pretty gangster right there. I'm pet a kitty or die trying? Come on, man. Get out of here. A kitten could shoot me with a gun. Pow! Ah! You're so fluffy. Like, I love it so much. I'm gonna love a kitty. Anyway.